Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As we have already discussed in brief what were the newses for today. So the first news was permissive no more. It was on page number 6. It comes under GS2 polity and governance. So what is meant by permissive means having lot of freedom, having no rule of law, and not having any restriction on any entity. So having permissive rules in country like India, which have huge democracy, it is not affordable to have permissive laws because we are unity in diversity, and it's not about only political laws or the human rights. It always comes under religious acts also. So the article was all about having worship act and amendments that are necessary for the worship acts. As the recent, those who don't know the backstory, here is some backstory in very short lines. You may Google it or you may find it in last week's newspaper. So the story was in Sambal district in UP. They found some traces of having ancient Hindu temple at that place, and now they have filed a petition that they want to build that an ancient temple on the same place. But as we know, when the Congress government was in the form back in 1991, in July 11, 1991, they passed the amendment bill in which they said there will be no more petition about rebuilding the structure by destroying the older one. Like if they have some temple or something like that earlier, it can't be described, it can't be destroyed. So the petition was all about that, and there was no judicial review that happened about this, though there were many people against the bill. So see, there are too many things in this article, but what we have to focus on is judicial review was not allowed. So what is mean by discarding judicial review? It means nothing but it is the basic structure of the constitution, and one can't ignore it or one cannot deny it, even though it's a court or any government or any power. It can't be denied. And at the same time, they said no more new petitions will be heard. When BJP government came in the power, they filed five petitions about it, and it was they filed it on the basis of Article 25 and Article 26. So what are the Article 25 and 26? Article 25 and 26 are about violating religious right of one human being, and there is also freedom of propagating our own religion. So article was all about that. All India Muslim Board was with is still with old amendment bill that was passed in 1991, but many people are now forcing, as many incident and many archaeological sites have found many traces about temples or something worship at worship places. They have found the traces of having Hindu temples at that place. So there are petitions they are filing against, they are again filing the petitions even though there is no judicial review. So it will be worth watching that what happened next. The next news was warding off fire. It was about the hospital incident that happened in Tamil Nadu, in which people died due to suffocating in the lift. So there was nothing much in that article, but it was all about governance having less care about the people. You can criticize the government in these kind of things. You can inculcate in your answers as well. You can use that incident as case study also, and what are the way forward to it. Say whenever you mention any case study, please say way forward to it. It's not about only criticizing the government or the system. You should come up with the way forward, so it will be worthy case mentioning in the essay. So the next news was, let's talk about one candidate and multiple constituencies. See, whenever we see contesting multiple constituency has been issue since independence. Like there was now there is a restriction that only we should one who is contesting the election can contest it from only two places, but that was not the case earlier. पहले ऐसा होता था कि there were people who contest the elections from more than two places, and after that उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ये होते थे कि जब वो किसी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी ज़्यादा वोट्स लेके आ जाते थे या ज़्यादा उनको वोट जहाँ से मिल जाते थे वो वहाँ से उनकी साइड फिक्स कर देते थे, और जो बाकी के दो है वो वैकेंट कर देते थे. सो व्हाट इट रिजल्ट्स इनटू इज wasting huge amount of election commission, huge amount of money, corruption, increase in black money, and at the same time having less competition to themselves. So the article was about a constituency that has been dealt with ROPA. What is ROPA? It is Representation of Public Act 1951. So up to 1996, there were people who were contesting elections for more than two constituencies. But now after 1996, the amendment came under Representation of People Act, and the petition against it was filed, and then the rule was made that अब से जो भी कोई इलेक्शन कंटेस्ट करेगा वो सिर्फ मोर देन टू प्लेसेस से नहीं कर सकता. ओनली टू प्लेसेस आर अलाउड टू कॉन्टेस्ट द इलेक्शन. सो OCMC goes against the one. OCMC means one candidate, multiple constituencies. So it goes under the reform goes against the freedom of speech, which is freedom of speech and expression, which comes under fundamental rights in Article 19(1)(a). So whenever they ask fundamental right, never write Article 19(1). Please mention Article 19(1)(a), because you know Article B is something different from Article A. So please have that in mind. And recovering cost from contesting election can discourage the candidates. That was the lacuna of the new reform. So it was all about having reforms about multiple constituencies and one candidate. Then the next was over 78% of top paid H1B applicants were from India. It was on page number 7, comes under IR. IR किसके अंडर आता है? GS3 obviously. So what is H1 visa? Visa, non-migrant visa that allows US companies to employ foreign workers in specialty occupation that require theoretical work. So article was about that. It was just a theoretical article. You just have to have fair idea about what is H1 visa. Then next news was, how would carbon market function? No, it was on page number 8, comes under environment and science. At the same time it comes under society also, so you can mention it in GS1 and GS3 also. It was about COP9. What is COP9? COP29. Do tell me in the comment section what is COP29. So COP29 is ongoing on Azerbaijan in Baku. So they have decided to have less carbon emission, having more carbon credits. So it was all about that. Article was about that. Having that information handy to you will be easy for you to inculcate in the essay. So the next news was about Center launches Jalvahak scheme for cargo movement. It was on page number 12. So what is cargo movement? It is through what are the Jalvahaks? It is through waterways, obviously. It is eco-friendly, it is pollution-free, it is ecological, at the same time it is economical. So on 3 international waterways it has been started, that is Ganga Waterway, Barak Waterway and Brahmaputra Waterway. So it is to boost the cargo movement and having efficient mode of transport. That was the news. Then there was, can we make black holes reveal themselves in the ecos? So see, when this kind of article comes in news, there are two perspectives of that. First, if you read it in detail, you will have strong stuff about scientific essays or scientific answers that comes in exam. So, and if you don't have to attempt scientific kind of essays, please don't ignore these kind of articles. At least read the gist of the news that they provided in the column itself. And it relates to GS3. There was nothing much to discuss in that black holes article, because as we all know, the universe is expanding and ecos are delaying. The article was about that. So that was enough for today. One news I missed, that was I think minerals. Yeah, India's firmer attempts at mineral diplomacy. See, I'm new to the channel. I don't know how to edit and how having that PDF at the backside. So I'm having my own material and I'm having my own notes. So even if I fumble or even if I miss something, please adjust it, and I'm really sorry and regrets are in for the inconvenience, but I'm working on technicalities, and I'm working on that be- uh, being used to the technology and sharing screen and having PDF and at the same time explaining that. So yeah, I missed that news, but we'll cover it now. So it was about um mineral diplomacy. So see, whenever we see we have a lack of minerals, and even though we have ample amount of minerals that are not sufficient for our huge population. So what we do is we have joint ventures with strong countries having natural mineral sites or natural stations for the minerals. That countries are Australia, Argentina, US, Russia. So by building collateral ties with these kind of countries, we have mineral diplomacy. And to facilitate this vision, in 2019 we have launched Kabil also, that to establish and to ensure the supply of critical and strategic minerals. The Kabil in 2022 we signed this Kabil treaty with Australia. We signed it with Australia with 2 lithium and 3 cobalt projects. But what are the weak areas? The article was about having strong diplomatical relations of minerals with other countries, which are developed countries. So, so yeah, the news was about having lacunas and how it's affecting the mineral diplomacy. So that was enough for today. That were the news of today. See, I know I don't have any PDF or something like that, but I'm working on the stuff of technicalities and all that things. So very soon we will come with PDF and the explanation at the same time, both at the same time. So we will not miss any news. We will not miss any article. So thank you for watching. Do like, comment, and share and subscribe. Thank you.